Hey folks, it's Shane Getson here, the MLA for Lac Ste and Anne-Parkland. I'm here with Darren and Nate at Line of Fire Defense. So everybody knows out there, or anyone who's been following me, I'm on the Firearms Council right now, on the group that's coming together to talk about some of the issues that we're facing here in Alberta in the firearms community, and obviously the liberal gun grab, how it's wrong, and what we're going to do to try to bolster that up in the province. But I did come across Line of Fire Defense while I was just a customer before I even got back into the world of politics here over a year ago. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I was looking for taking some courses, some range courses. And again, with me, it's safety. So background's construction.
Yep.
You wear your hard hat, you wear your glasses, you wear your boots,
Yep.
and you wear a vest.
Absolutely.
Vest for visibility. And when you're actually on a gun range and you're doing these courses, that was a natural extension for me, was to actually find a vest, find a plate carrier, do those things. And what I was finding was a bunch of tactical junk that was on the internet that I wasn't a fan of, or, to my surprise, or not surprisingly, I guess, was everything was US based.
Yes.
So when I found something that was Canadian based, and then it started going a little bit lower, and one that was in our own backyard in Edmonton, I was ecstatic when I came in. So I don't want to steal your guys' thunder, but why don't you tell me a bit about Line of Fire Defense, what you do, and how you got into this?
Sure. We are we're an Edmonton-based manufacturer, so
Yep.
we do all of our manufacturing in Edmonton, right behind these walls.
Nice.
Everything is made from the ground up using raw materials such as bordura, webbing. We cut everything out on lasers. We have a small input for automation.
Okay.
CNC work. We do all the design work here as well. We use our customers to help us design new kit. Because myself, I was never in the military, but I am a textiles engineer.
Oh, okay, right on.
I do know how to listen to our customers. So
Nice.
We can take their experience and their skills, and we can amalgamate it to what we're doing here with textiles engineering to try and make them some of the best kit that they can possibly get.
Well, how did you, as a textiles engineer there, I mean, you've got a wide variety, like you've got the whole palette is out there of things you can play with. What made you decide to start getting into something that was in the body armor?
It actually started in grade school.
Okay.
My long-term plan was to either become an engineer after high school, whether that was through the military or join policing.
Okay.
What ended up happening is in grade 9 we had to do a science fair project, and to be honest with you, I was actually not doing too well in school. So
Yeah.
my science teacher came up to me and said, "You need to get an A on this upcoming science fair project, or we're going to be looking at holding you back." We lived on a farm, and school wasn't
Okay.
complete priority, but so we took that pretty seriously. And with the science fair project, you do one of three things: an experiment, an innovation, or a study. So I decided to do an innovation, and the very first science fair project was basically making load-bearing equipment for hunting / military, because I didn't know too much about the military, because I was in grade 9 at the time.
Okay.
But I did a lot of hunting, and I wanted something that could carry equipment, and because where we lived, there was literally nothing available. Everything either had to come from the States or somewhere overseas, so access to that kind of stuff was just not available. So I thought, well, I can kill two birds with one stone. I can get a hunting kit, and I can put it into the science fair project for school. So I did that. I spent about 3 months building a load-bearing harness and a belt system that could carry binocular pouches and some ammo pouches and whatnot, and put it into the science fair. And it actually ended up winning the school science fair. Went to provincials at NAIT in northern Alberta. Won provincials first, and won a trip to nationals in St. John's, Newfoundland. So when I was in St. John's, Newfoundland, I was way out of my league, because my science fair project was like a foam board with some pinned up paper, and like I had my design with me, saying, "Oh, this is what I built."
Yeah.
And the other students there that were competing from all across Canada, some of these kids were sending acoustic signals out into space, and then so you could imagine what type of competition was there. The best thing that happened at the science fair was during one of the public viewing days, we had the Youth Science Foundation had brought in a whole bunch of members from the Canadian Forces, so they were touring all the projects and whatnot, and they targeted me because I was wearing camouflage and was wearing my kit and stuff and saying, this is what I built. And they had come by and they were really intrigued by it. They said, well, this is what you built is better than what we're being issued.
Wow.
Does it incorporate any Kevlar or body armor? And I asked, I'm like, well, what's Kevlar? And so they actually went and got a couple other guys, brought them back to my booth, and they sat down with me for about a half an hour and explained how their body armor system works,
Okay.
and how their trade vest works and all that. And they said, if you're going to continue with the science fair, developing new body armor would be a really cool idea. And me coming from a background of firearms and being on a farm and whatnot, I thought that was excellent. And the whole experience of the science fair with Youth Science Foundation in Canada was absolutely amazing. So being in grade 9, I could participate all the way to grade 12 and keep doing it. So that's basically what I did. Grade 10 came around. We had our first prototype of body armor. It was a combination of some aramid fiber and polycarbonate. And we were stopping 12 gauge buckshot. We were stopping 9mm and 40 cal, and even some 30-30 rounds. So put that prototype along with the brand new vest and everything that could carry the plates into the grade 10 science fair. And from grade 10 to 12, I went to nationals every single year.
Holy crap.
Actually, except for grade 12, because what ended up happening was when I was doing the science fair project at NAIT here in Edmonton in grade 12, competing for the nationals, I actually didn't get disqualified, but they said you're not going to the nationals because this project is a little bit too advanced for what the whole science fair is for. What we would like to do is introduce you to some members of NAIT and the National Research Council. We think you have something here. If you work with the NRC under the IRAP program, you might be able to get some government funding and actually build a working prototype and see where you want to take it. So that's exactly what we did. And
that's awesome.
Literally 12, 13 years later, we're here.